today I'm going to be talking about transitioning from child to adult healthcare. First of all, I'm really sorry that I haven't uploaded in about, I think it's been about 2 months. I've really wanted to upload and I've had loads of ideas of videos to make for you, but it's just been really busy for me recently. But if you don't already know, then I'm currently in 6th form doing my A-levels. These exams are pretty important because the grades you get determine whether you can go and do the university course that you want to go and do. I have recently just applied to all my universities that I want to go to, so at the minute I'm just sort of like waiting for offers and things like that, so it's really exciting, but it is really busy, and it probably will be until about the summer now, because I'm going to be, like, of course, wanting to make sure that I'm working hard to get the grades that I want to get at the end of the year. It might be that I don't upload as regularly as I'd like to, even though I do have so many things that I want to do for you. Anyway, enough of that now. Like I said, today I want to talk to you about transitioning from child to adult healthcare. So I recently turned 18, I had my 18th birthday, it was amazing. And in the UK, that's kind of when you start being treated more like an adult. You know, you can drink, you can vote, and lots of other things, which is really exciting. But also in terms of healthcare, that means you have to move to adult services. And this can actually start happening from around 16, in fact. So I think my local children's hospital, I was supposed to stop receiving care from them when I was about 16, but because I was having like an ongoing operation with them, it ended up being a bit later anyway. And then, I think I've mentioned before, but for my cleft care, I go to Great Ormond Street Hospital in London. And a lot of the time they let their patients stay with them until they're about like 20, because that's sort of when cleft care sort of reaches an end. So I will be reaching the end of my cleft care with them pretty soon, and like I said, they do usually let people stay till they're about 20. I think that's when I'm supposed to have my last like cleft review with them. But because of the operation that I am going to be having around next year, I think, I did mention it in a video before, so if you don't really know what I'm on about, then I'll link this video in the description. But the nature of my next operation basically means that they are going to have to do it at an adult hospital rather than the children's hospital in London. So in a way, I am now starting this transition. And I actually have like lots of different feelings about it. I've heard that it can be like quite a similar sort of experience for other people as well. You know, it's really nerve-wracking when you've always been in child healthcare. So that's why I thought today I'd sort of talk about it, let you know how I feel about it, and what's really going to be happening for me. So since being born with a cleft lip and palate and amniotic band syndrome, I've had to go to children's hospitals quite a lot throughout my life for surgery and treatment and things like that. And especially, gosh, in London, like, I've been going there since I was about 1 year old, so that's been like 17 years now. And because I've been going for so long, in a weird way, it kind of feels like home. And so to just all of a sudden have to, you know, leave there, it's really nerve-wracking, because everything I've ever known about hospitals is all of a sudden going to change. Like, as I've grown up, this hospital has been with me, and I feel like children's and adult hospitals just have completely sort of different environments. Like, they have a really different feel to them. You know, in children's hospitals, they've got all the nice pictures on the wall, and all the staff are like really bright and bubbly, and I'm not saying that staff in adult hospitals are not like that, but I just mean like the way they sort of speak to children in hospitals, and just in general, I feel like the environment in a children's hospital is really different to the environment in an adult's hospital. But I think for me, the things about children's hospitals that really sort of got me through all the surgery and treatment and everything that I had to have, which, you know, as a child, it is quite a scary thing to have to go through lots of operations. So I think the thing that really got me through was the fact that it was a children's hospital. So, you know, I had my parents with me all the time, throughout the surgery and throughout the night and everything. Like I said, the staff just seemed to treat you differently, and I could sort of take any sort of like comforts that I wanted to into hospital. In particular, the first thing that comes to mind is my lammy. I don't think I've actually ever shown this on my channel before, and I'm not ashamed to say that at 18 years old I still have this, but I have had this since probably since I was born. I've had it for a really long time, and it's always come with me to hospital, and it's just such a nice comfort. And I feel like being able to take this into a children's hospital does just make you feel that bit more comfortable. So I just feel like there's a lot of things that you get with a children's hospital that you don't necessarily get with an adult hospital, and I think that's the thing that's going to make this transition quite difficult for me, having to leave all that behind. It's not just about the differences between children's and adult hospitals that I think is going to make this transition difficult. I think it's also just the fact that with Great Ormond Street in particular, like I said, I've been going there since I was about 1, so that's been about 17 years, and just like having to leave somewhere like that, you know, it's kind of in a way become like my home. The people there and the fact that I've just been able to receive such great care there for so long, I just think it's going to be really difficult to have to just leave all that behind, you know, like to never go there again. Like, I think I'm going to find that really difficult, that one day will be the last day I will ever walk out of that hospital. Like, don't get me wrong, like, it's not been easy every time I've been in there because I've been going for surgery and things like that, but it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate it or don't love the hospital. I am the sort of person that does get really attached to things and places and people that I've sort of been with for a long time. So I think that in itself is just going to make it really difficult to sort of leave children's services, but Great Ormond Street in particular. And Gosh is just such an amazing hospital. They do groundbreaking research every day. They work carelessly to look after seriously ill children and save their lives. And I just think it's just such an amazing hospital. And I feel so proud and so lucky to have been able to go there and get the care that I have. So I think, you know, having to leave is just going to be like really sad for me. So transitioning from a children's to an adult's hospital, like I have just talked about, it is going to feel really like difficult for me. But I know that it's something that lots and lots of people have to go through, and that's why I thought I'd talk about it. I know that not everyone is going to feel the same way. Some people might be absolutely fine about going to an adult's hospital, but if you're like me and you've spent a lot of time throughout your childhood going to certain hospitals, then you probably will feel like me in the fact that it is going to be weird and it is going to be different, and it might be quite sad to have to leave and go to adult services. But this transition phase isn't like something that just happens like one appointment you're in a children's hospital, the next you're in an adult's, and that's it. You know, it's not like that. It's more like a process. So again, this will be different for everyone. I think some people, you know, who are in hospitals a lot more than me, I think they will have like a proper transition period where they get to sort of get handed over from their staff at the children's, meet their new surgeons and consultants, and you know, it'll be like a proper sort of phase for them. Whereas for me, I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but I know that, like I said, I'm going to have to go to a certain hospital for my surgery, but I think my surgeon from the children's hospital is going to do it with them, so I guess it will be gradual in a way. So basically this transition time is going to be different for everybody, but I've decided I'm going to take you along the journey through my transition from child to adult healthcare, since hopefully I will be going through my final cleft surgery. So I'll keep you updated with that. I think it's probably going to be around next year, but since my last video I still haven't seen the new surgeons. Like I said, I might, so I will let you know when that does happen and keep you updated and take you along with me. I really want to give something back to Gosh and to say thank you to them for everything they've done for me over the years. I've decided to sign up to their annual walkie-talkie tower climb challenge. So on the 5th of March next year, 2022, I will be heading to London and taking on the tower climb in aid of Great Ormond Street Hospital. I decided that this would be the perfect time since I'm finishing my treatment with them soon, and I just want to give back to everything that they've ever done for me because I'm so grateful and I really appreciate it. And it's not just what they do for me as well, they do like groundbreaking research all the time for so many seriously ill children, and they save lives, and I just think that they're absolutely incredible. So they really do deserve everyone's support. So this tower climb will be taking place in the iconic Walkie-Talkie Tower in London, which has, I think, 36 floors, which is around 828 stairs. and I will basically be climbing all the way to the top. I'm quite nervous because I'm not really that sporty. I don't do this kind of thing, but I really do want to challenge myself just to show how much I appreciate Gosh. So everyone that does this event has a target of £250 to raise for the Great Ormond Street Hospital charity. And I am going to be doing the climb with my friend, so both me and my friend Kate, who you saw in one of my recent videos, we will both be trying to raise £250 before we do our climb in March. I have received some donations already from my very kind family and friends, but now I need your help. I would be so grateful if you could donate to help me support Great Ormond Street Hospital. Like I said, they've done so much for me and continue to do so much for so many seriously ill children from all over the world. I would really appreciate any small donation to help me reach my target, so I'll leave a link in the description to my Just Giving page for the event. And there will also be a link to my friend's Just Giving page as well, so that you could support us both when we take on our challenge next year. However, if you are watching after March 2022, please don't donate because I will have already done the event. Unless you would like to go to their website and just donate to them generally, then I would also really appreciate that. But thank you so much in advance because this really does mean a lot to me. And I think that's about it for today's video. Like I said, please don't worry if I don't upload for very long because I am really busy at the minute with all the work that I have to do. But do stick around because there will be more videos as soon as I can because I have so many ideas for them. Thank you so much for all the support that you've shown to me this year. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching this video and any of my other videos that you've watched throughout the year. I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will see you all in 2022. Bye!